Good evening and welcome to this edition of News Leader on 6. Today is Tuesday, September 14th, 2020. I'm Andrew Todd. In tonight's news, Tullahoma elects an interim alderman. The Tullahoma Wildcats record goes to 4-0, and a man kills two people in Coffee County on I-24 this past Sunday. We'll have all these stories and more on tonight's News Leader on 6.
You made the time and the sacrifice to broaden their horizons, to see their smiles, but mostly to make lifelong memories. We think it's time to do it again, just the two of you. Don't let illness or injury slow you down. The rehab team at Life Care Center of Tullahoma is ready to help you live well.
This is the face of a fighter.
I'm fighting to keep Tennesseans working.
I'm fighting for time with my friends.
I'm fighting for football on Saturday.
I'm fighting to see my students back in the classroom.
We're fighting for our small business.
I'm fighting to keep my family safe.
Whatever you're fighting for, it's time for all Tennesseans to fight back. Until there's a vaccine for COVID-19, this is the face of a fighter. Face it, masks fight COVID-19.
Welcome back. The Tennessee Bureau of Investigations reported that on Sunday morning at approximately 9:30 a.m., a subject identified as D'Angelo Dorsey, born February 2nd, 1991, opened fire inside a vehicle traveling westbound on Interstate 24 near Beech Grove in Coffee County. Dorsey shot and killed Darcy Johnson, age 28, and shot and injured another in that vehicle. Immediately following, traffic in the area stopped, and Dorsey attempted to carjack a nearby driver and in the process fired into her vehicle, striking her in the hand. A truck driver in that same immediate area also sustained a gunshot wound to the face. From there, Dorsey carjacked a Ford Mustang and ordered the two people inside, a man and a woman, to drive him to their home in Morrison. When they arrived, it appears Dorsey took two additional firearms from the home, swapped vehicles to a blue Toyota RAV4, and forced the man and woman to accompany him. At some point in the following hours, Dorsey shot and killed the male hostage, now identified as Philip Jordan Stevens, age 23, and forced his body from the vehicle. Authorities later recovered him along Interstate 24 westbound near exit 111B. Law enforcement from multiple local and state agencies worked through the afternoon. Shortly after 3:30 p.m., located the vehicle traveling eastbound on I-24. A brief chase ensued, reaching speeds of approximately 100 miles an hour, and at approximately 3:45 p.m. resulted in a crash where Dorsey flipped the RAV4. At that point, Dorsey took his own life. The female hostage was safely recovered. TBI agents continue to investigate several aspects of this incident, to include the original shootings, the carjackings, the shooting death of the male hostage, and Dorsey's ultimate suicide. In turn, we will submit investigative findings to the District Attorneys General, who've requested our involvement for their review. If anyone in the public has information, pictures, video, or details that might help our case, they would appreciate a phone call at 1-800-TBI-FIND. And we'll be right back with more News Leader after these messages.
When your family suffers the loss of a loved one, the caring and compassionate staff at Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel are standing by to assist you in every way possible. We are proud to support local industry and offer only Batesville caskets. Many funeral homes don't own or operate a crematory. We utilize the only crematory in Coffee County. Your loved one never leaves Coffee County. We can accommodate any need and any budget. Consider our complete pre-need service to remove this burden from your family during their time of grief. Lock in today's low costs and protect from inflation. Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel. Our family caring for your family.
Welcome back. The Tullahoma Arts Center Board of Directors held a special call meeting with members this past week to address what has been happening over the last few months and to address rumors surrounding the Arts Center. In July, the board sent its members a letter stating the board made the decision to remove one of the Tullahoma Arts Center's high-ranking officials after conducting an investigation regarding the misappropriation of monies. The official in question was never named due to the ongoing investigation. The discovery that led the board to take action was a withdrawal from an ATM during banking business hours from the center's debit card. The board said it has no receipts to what it was for. This discovery led to the board to dismiss the former member and contact the proper authorities. The Art Center is currently undergoing its first audit since 2011. It was during the audit that board members discovered other transactions not approved by the board over the last few years. These include a bank statement that showed a large withdrawal from its bank account dating back to the Arts Alive event from last year, which did not match deposit records and receipts showing 2 gas fill-up purchases with the center's debit card. All the unapproved purchases were made with grant money and had no paper trail. The board also discussed the Bonnaroo grant it received last year, which was to help redesign the painting lab and establish a pottery lab. The board said the grant was never put into their accounting records, and about $1,900 was misappropriated and is somewhere unaccounted for. The board said those purchases jeopardized the status of the Art Center and could have led to it being shut down. The board added that everything being discussed has been reported to the state attorney. The board said it's working to find out where the money went and what was purchased with it. It also made clear that the money in question is grant money and money made by the Art Center. The board members said that moving forward, they want to be involved with the city in endeavors like joining the Tullahoma Arts Council and the Tourism Commission, but acknowledged they must take care of what's happening within that art center before making other obligations. The board also talked about some of its new programs and the focus on working with other nonprofits such as Skills Development Center as a way to give back to the community. The September meeting will also see members choosing a new board of director. There are 7 seats available, including president, treasurer, and secretary. The annual membership meeting is scheduled for 10 a.m. Saturday, September 19th. The board is also asking for volunteers to help catalog its assets for the audit and to help at the center during business hours. Tullahoma Arts Center's current business hours are 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. To volunteer, call 931-455-1234 or email art@tullahomaart.com. And news leaders John Gray spoke with Tullahoma Wildcats coach John Olive about trying to find an opponent for homecoming this Friday night, since their scheduled opponent has been sidelined because of COVID-19.
Jason Quick, our principal, had been in conversations yesterday with Spring Hill's principal, and we finally received word late yesterday evening that we needed to proceed on and trying to find someone else to play. So they're not going to be here next Friday night. By the rules written for this 2020 COVID season, we'll get a forfeit from Spring Hill. So we get a win, and Spring Hill will get a no contest, which means that they don't get a loss to go along with it. They whatever their record is, that's what their record is. It stays that way. For us, we're in a unique situation that we're going to pick up another win, so we're going to be 5-0 next Friday night. If we play somebody, and we're working to try to make that happen,
because this is homecoming week.
It is homecoming week, and it may not stay homecoming week, but it is homecoming week right now until we try to finalize some things. Right now, we'll have an opportunity to either be 6-0 or 5-1 if we find an opponent to play next Friday. We're talking with one opponent, and it's very unique. They're looking for a homecoming game. We're looking for a homecoming game. We even have done a brief research of playing each other halfway, and one of us having homecoming before the ball game and one of us having homecoming at halftime.
Double homecoming.
Double homecomings. Who would have thought you could have ever done anything? But the year 2020 just brings unique things. In all likelihood, one of us will host and have a homecoming game. The other one, who will be on the road, won't obviously be hosting a homecoming game. So the one that ends up traveling will end up moving their homecoming game to later in the season when you hope you're going to be playing, because there are no guarantees. And there's no guarantees that we are be able to play. Right. All it takes is for that virus to start spreading and breaking out amongst the team, and you're going to be shut down. You got no options there.
That's what happened at Spring Hill.
And even though in their situation, they're unique now, they're not battling, if I understood right, with active cases on the football team. They do have football players that are quarantined right now, but he's been in that situation. He's been playing in that situation. So anyway, but because they shut down the school,
right,
they went on ahead and shut down all their athletics. But they're allowing the athletics to still practice, if I understood right from Coach Martin. So I don't know exactly what's logic and so forth, but that's I don't control that situation, so I'm not.
Don't worry about it.
I can't worry about it. So we are trying to get another ball game right now. We would love for it to be at Tullahoma, at Wilkins Stadium, there on Coach Cooper's field. We'd love to have that happen, and we have homecoming next Friday.
Next Friday night. We'll keep you posted on that.
And all I'm going to tell you is look for the Facebook postings, the Twitter. Our school system will be putting it out. The other question is, if you're hosting, how do I get tickets? Well, we'll probably end up pre-selling tickets this beginning on Wednesday to the public. Okay. And we'll be putting that information out. I'll get Zach Birdsong to help us put it out. The radio station, the Duck, will help put it out. We'll send it over here to you guys and let you all try to help get us the word out. It is just a really difficult situation, and it really depends on who we end up playing.
Right.
If we end up playing somebody that's a long ways from here, we can probably sell tickets at the entrance to the stadium, and we'll probably have enough tickets availability to get everybody that wants to be in, just based on what our normal crowd size is for non-Coffee County, Shelbyville, Franklin County type game. All right. If we end up playing somebody who's nearby that's going to sell a bunch of tickets to their fans, then we'll have to go back to the pre-sale model that we used for Coffee County. Our original thing with Spring Hill, we've played them a couple of times. We know how big that gate is in a normal situation. We really thought we could go back to selling those at the gate.
Right.
And that we would have enough tickets for the people who wanted to come to the game to be able to buy a ticket, and then they could find a place to sit. Might have to sit on the visitor side if you wanted to be isolated, but there would only be, we just felt like it could work. Now, because we don't know who our opponent is, and we don't know if we got a home game or not now.
Yeah.
So it's and it's just a double whammy. It's a financial situation, as well as us trying to work to get a football game and a homecoming game.
There you go.
And so a lot of dynamics, a lot of moving parts. I don't know if the cameras catch me sometimes. I've been looking at my phone, I've been texting, I've been trying to get information back and forth as we're trying to work this out so that everybody can start getting prepared for a ball game.
And we have just learned that the Wildcats will travel to play Beach this weekend, and the Tullahoma homecoming has been pushed back 2 weeks until October 2nd. After these messages, we'll be right back.
It's not invoice. It's not MSRP. It's not Christmas Day, although it may feel like it. It's the lowest prices in Middle Tennessee, period. Get to Stan McNabb Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram or Stan McNabb Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac before these prices are gone forever.
All right, the cat's out of the bag at Carroll Street Liquor in Tullahoma. Now you know where to go if you're planning a get-together and want the ideal wine or spirit. Party planning can be stressful, but at Carroll Street Liquor you'll find everything you need. Mixers, gift sets, and all of your favorite spirit brands. So if you're feeling the pressure to pull off the ideal party, come to Carroll Street Liquor and select among the seemingly endless supply of wines, spirits, gift sets, and more. Your perfect party, it's in the bag with Carroll Street Liquors.
Welcome back. Coach Olive also spoke about their 4th win of the season this week and the great season the Tullahoma Wildcats are having.
Coach, you've done it again. Coffee County we beat, Shelbyville we beat, Franklin County we beat. All of our cross-town rivalries, your boys, they should be proud of themselves.
I hope they are, you know. Wasn't the cleanest game we played this year, but we withstood some adversity that's caused by us, as well as Franklin County. Franklin County, I thought, gave great effort, especially early in the ball game. They made a few mistakes that we capitalized on in the third quarter that kind of changes the whole ball game and so forth. But we had more penalties last night in the first quarter than we've had in the previous 3 games combined.
Oh yeah.
You know, we just weren't very sharp, and so anyway, I was proud of our young men that even though it wasn't the best performance, in the end they were able to gather themselves back up, refocus, and to finish the game well. I like this football team, and it was a growing experience for us. We played maybe the best football game we played in a long time last Friday night.
Right.
In a big ball game against a big region rival, and you're not going to come back hitting on all cylinders. You're playing against a team that's 0-3, but they're an 0-3 team that's had a chance to win all 3 games, and
a team
they're excited for the opportunity that they have against us.
Right.
Our kids didn't prepare properly. I did a poor job getting us ready to play, and so this is where we found ourselves at the end of the first half. Now, can we keep stabilizing and get to where we're playing well? And we'll do that. The defense will come out and set up some short table, short fields for us, and we'll get this thing rolling. And by the end of the third quarter, we'll have the game under control.
Right.
I mean, I've been in a lot of these nights when that was a 14-7 game, or a 21-14 game, and you could have been on the losing end of it. Where
real simple.
You have games where you don't get yourself quite ready to play, and you got to be able to. I've always said there are some nights that you just hope you have enough talent to win the game, because you get caught in a storm, and we weathered it, and I think we'll come out of it better off. I think we'll learn from it, and also realize no need to panic, no need to scream and yell. Let's just get focused and let's go do it. We're a more talented football team than Franklin County is for this year.
We'll be right back with more News Leader after these messages.
Ah, the glory days. Running to daylight on the gridiron and chasing a ball with a mind of its own. Cheering the team to victory and marching to the beat of your own drum. Memories that last a lifetime. But sometimes we're reminded of our glory days in ways we'd rather forget. Get back in the game.
The rehab team at Life Care Center of Tullahoma is ready to help you live and play well.
Welcome back. At last night's Tullahoma Board of Mayor and Alderman meeting, the vote was held to fill the alderman seat vacated by Mayor Ray Noas. 5 candidates were nominated, and 8 rounds of votes were required to get a majority for one of the candidates.
At this time, we have an activity that many of you are here to participate in. We have the applications for nominations to fill a vacant seat on the Board of Mayor and Alderman. Application for the Alderman seat. For those applicants wishing to be nominated for the event, for the vacant seat, you're going to have 5 minutes at the podium to present yourselves. Ms. Golan will keep time, and she'll give you a 1-minute warning if you need that. When presenting at the podium, the candidates may remove your face coverings in order to promote more clearly being heard. So the applicants will present themselves alphabetically. And Mr. Bates, you may go first.
Good afternoon. I'm Bob Bates, if some of you don't know me already. I'm from Tullahoma.
And the next candidate alphabetically will be Mr. former Alderman Jackie Duncan.
My name is Jackie Duncan. I am a former alderman as late as last August.
And next alphabetically is Ms. Sabonia McGee.
My name is Cernobia McGee. I'm a native of Tullahoma and a product of both Tullahoma City School Systems and Motlow State Community College.
And next alphabetically is Ms. Jamie Moorhead.
My name is Jamie Moorhead, and I've resided in Coffee County for about 14 years.
And next, former Alderman Greg Sandlin.
Thank you for the opportunity to speak to you tonight. Make the case why I believe I'm the best candidate to fill this open alderman seat.
For new business, we will be considering the nominations and appointment of an applicant to fill the vacancy of the Tullahoma Board of Mayor and Alderman for the remainder of the unexpired term, ending upon the election of a qualified remainder of the August 2020 election. You have heard the candidates. At this time, before I open the board, I will read a statement for clarification. As you know, we do have multiple applicants tonight. Thank you. So it's anticipated that there may be multiple nominations and that a majority vote, or 4 votes, is required for election. So more than one round of voting can be expected. So all candidates that receive nominations from the board will remain in the voting pool for subsequent rounds of voting unless a candidate asks that their name be removed, or unless a board member that's making the nomination asks that their nominee's board be removed.
Mayor Noes voted for Duncan. Alderman Dunn voted for Jamie Moorhead. Mayor Pro Tem Blanks voted for Duncan. Alderman Blackwell voted for Jamie Moorhead. Alderman Berry voted for Cernobia McGee, and Alderman Almacher voted for Greg Sandlin. So we got 2-2-1-1.
We've got 2-2 and 1-1. In keeping with our previously stated process, we will keep all the nominees in the pool unless any candidate wishes to be removed, or unless any nominating alderman wishes to remove a nominee. Hearing none, we'll have another go-round.
2-2-1-1.
We'll have another round.
2-2-1-1 again. Same. Same. 2-2-2. 2-2-2. And this is round number 8. Almacher voted for McGee. Dunn voted for McGee. Blanks voted for McGee. Noes voted for McGee. Blackwell voted for Moorhead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Barry.
I turned mine in. Ms. McGee.
Number 8. Barry voted for McGee. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for McGee, 1 for Moorhead.
Ms. McGee, would you care to address the board?
Thank you to the mayor and the Board of Aldermen. Like I said earlier, I am committed to this community and to do what I can to make it better for the people. One thing you'll learn about me, I'm a big crybaby. And so I'm trying really hard now not to cry.
Cry if you want.
I'm thinking about my parents.
Proud of
You know, they've both passed away, but I hope they're looking down and really proud of me as well as my children and my grandchildren. So I do thank you for this opportunity, and I will not let you down while I'm at the city hall.
At the next board meeting on September 28th, Cernobia McGee will be sworn in before the meeting. And don't forget to tune in to this week's Living Show tonight at 6:30 p.m., Thursday morning at 9 a.m., and Thursday, Friday, and Saturday evenings at 6:30 p.m. This week's guests include Johnny Heiss, who will update us on the only music festival that hasn't been canceled. We'll learn about Horseplay's big fundraiser on Friday night, and Fran Gray will tell us about Alzheimer's Tennessee. All that and more on this week's Living. And stay with us. We'll have your weather forecast right after these messages.
My wife Jackie has always been the life of the party, but things changed when she couldn't be as active anymore.
They told me I needed a double knee replacement.
It's not as big a deal as it used to be, but she still needed to go to rehab.
I was amazed at how good the therapists were at Life Care. They took really good care of me.
They took excellent care of her, and now she's back doing the things she loves, and that makes everyone happy.
Life Care Center of Tullahoma wants you to get active and live well.
We're losing it, Doctor.
Not on my shift. Quickly, brush. Roller.
What a transformation.
It's gonna be okay.
Okay, nothing.
At Paintworks of Tullahoma, we specialize in domestic emergencies with Martin Senior Paints. You can be the paint doctor too when you treat your home with Martin Senior interior and exterior finishes.
Doctor, we've got another one.
Got you covered.
Paintworks of Tullahoma. Come see the paint doctor, Stat.
Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this date. Our record high was in 1927 at 98 degrees. The record low was in 1902 at 40 degrees. The average high for this day is 82, and the average low is 59. Few clouds for tonight with a low of 65. Mostly cloudy for Wednesday with a high of 81 and a low of 65, and showers expected on Thursday with a high of 80 and a low of 60. And that's our News Leader report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday evenings at 6, 8, and 10 for News Leader on 6. Stay safe and have a great evening.